Okay, boys and girls, this project is all about Polynesian surfboards, but what we need to do first is actually make our background. So you need to have your paper going landscape. I would suggest having your name on it before you even start this process, so put your name on the back first. Then you're going to get yourself a brush and you're going to start with a crayon. I'm just going to give you a blue crayon or green crayon, and in the middle I just want you to draw a horizon line, okay? So what we're doing is we're dividing the sky with the water first, so we're ready for our surfboards to go on it. This is going to be a collage project, so we're going to start. I'm going to load up the brush first with some yellow tempera paint, and I'm going to go right across the top here, and I'm painting about a quarter using liquid tempera paint. I'm going to go right across there, okay? Now, then, without even washing my brush, I'm going to go for some crazy orange, and I'm just going to blend it through. Join it with the yellow and then bring the orange down. And I'm going to bring it all the way down to the horizon line, okay? Now, I've used a fluorescent orange. I just really fancy going with something that wasn't just a regular orange, because I really want this artwork to pop. So already it's glowing, it's brilliant. So I'm finished with that brush. I want to clean it, and this time I want to do the water. Again, I'm going to just get a bit of white and a bit of blue on my brush. So I've double loaded it. I'm going to do the water backwards and forwards, but I'm not over blending it because I want to see that the white and the blue work together. And so we've got some of this speckledy foam coming through, and just side to side, nice broad marks. Go over the edge, okay, go right across. Don't worry about getting it on the table or on the mat, okay? Right across like that. Okay, and let's just finish off down the bottom here. Now, one thing I want to do, don't worry about too much at the bottom, because we're actually going to collage the base of it with some paper anyhow, so it looks like it's got a sandy bed at the end. Oops. My goodness, I just smudged that. All right, let me just fix that. All right, all gone. Perfect. All right, there's our background. Now what we need to do is just with some white paint. I'm going to get some here. Okay, it's just liquid tempera paint. I'm going to put some on my palette because I haven't got any clean paint there. And with a bristly brush. Okay, you see my bristle brush? And a little bit of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my brush. I'm going to dip it into some of that white paint, and then I'm going to just sprinkle it over my ocean. All right, and hey presto, you have your ocean background done. Go and put that on the drying rack, make sure it's got your name on the back. Then I'm going to show you how to make your surfboards. Alright boys and girls, so you've got your Polynesian background made already. So we've got this on the drying rack with your name on the back. Now you're going to go up to the table, and there's going to be a selection of colours. You're going to need one of these strips, okay? This is going to be your sand base. When the painting is dry, we're actually going to cut it and we're going to glue it to the bottom, so we're collaging it to that painting there. So I'm just going to set that to the side. Now you're going to pick 3 colours. You may be lucky and find that we've got some painted paper, so if there is and you want to use that, brilliant. And I'm just going to use that colour and that colour, and I'll put the orange to the side. So I've picked my palette. Now we're going to draw surfboards. Now if you're a bit apprehensive as to how to draw it, turn the paper over and work on the back. I'll show you how to do that, how to draw a surfboard. We're going to use construction crayons so that those colours show up a lot better. It's cleaner than oil pastels, and they're stronger than the regular Crayola crayons. How we do this, I'm going to put a dot at the top, okay? And how I like to do it is actually just sort of like make a little mark where my 4 fingers are. So I've got a good size, and it's just really drawing a curved line from here and joining it up to the dot, and here and joining it up to the dot. All right, now if you've got a surfboard that you like and it's working really well for you, what you could do is cut it out and then use it as a template. If not, just free draw them all. Okay, so that's one surfboard. That's if I wanted to do it as a template. Otherwise, you can draw them directly onto your paper. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a dot, and I'm just going to put my hand there. So I've got a nice width, just a guide, and I'm going to curve it up, join the dot, curve it down. There's my surfboard, and I'm going to do the same again, do a dot. So I've got 3 surfboards, okay? Now we've already looked at some surfboard designs. They are really, really decorative. So what we're now going to do is our objective is to add lines, shapes, patterns, and repetition. So I'm going to show you here with this one. I'm going to break up my surfboard into sections, okay? And then what I want to do is add some decorations. I'm just going to do a couple of circles there and see how I get on with that. And like this one, I'm going to add big daisies on them, okay? And I can colour that in the centre too. And I'm just going to continue, actually I'm going to colour that tip in as well. I'm going to continue with these 3 surfboards, and when I've got them finished I'm going to come back and show you how they look, and then we're going to cut them out and we're going to adhere them to our painted background, okay? I'll be back in a moment. Okay, boys and girls, now you can see that I've got my 3 surfboards already designed, and I've got my strip of paper here. So what I want to do first is actually cut my strip of paper, and going lengthwise, alright, because it's exactly the same length as our paper there, is I'm just going to cut a soft curved line right across, okay? Now, don't need that piece, we need this piece. Now you can actually glue it down a little bit longer if you want. I'm going to crumple mine just ever so slightly, just like put some creases in it, so that it gives me that effect of sand. Then I'm going to glue that down once I've got my surfboards cut out. So you can see the effect that's going on there already. I'm going to get my surfboards now and I'm going to cut them out. Now you can see where I put my 4 fingers. That was the width that I wanted, but now what I want to do is actually just shape them a little bit better, and I'm going to show you how. I take that, don't need that, that can be recycled, but just to go in a little bit and bring it out to the width, okay? Just a little bit. So we're getting more of a surfboard shape, all right, and out to the width, like so. I've already done it to that one there, and I'm just going to do it to my yellow surfboard. I'm actually going to take it from there because I know where I want to go, and follow the line that I drew up to it. So we've tended to use a dot at the very top of the paper and 4 fingers wide to give us a guideline as to the height and width of the surfboard. So we're getting uniformity, consistency with our drawing and our shapes. And now, let me just get that paper out of the way. There we go. What I want to do first is with some glue, get to the back of it and make sure that I've got glue going around the whole shape, okay, right around the edge of it and a little bit in the middle. And I'm going to put this one here, and I'm just going to angle them just slightly, okay? Just slightly, as you can see that I angled it ever so slightly. I'm going to put my pink painted papered one in the center. I did find that actually drawing with the construction papers on the painted paper, because of the texture, is a little bit harder than using just the plain colored paper, so just bear that in mind when you are doing this project. So I've got the tips of the surfboards near the top, and just this one here. I'm going to go very quickly. I'll make sure I've got it glued down really well at the very end, and then just add my sand in, and hey presto, there we go. Now it's your turn, boys and girls. Let's go and make our own Polynesian surfboards.